Hello students, welcome in my channels. So student, today we are going to start new points of the organic chemistry, that is saturated organic compounds and unsaturated organic compounds. We have already discussed the meaning of saturated and unsaturated in the last lecture. So saturated means there is a carbon-carbon single bond, while the unsaturated means there is a carbon-carbon double or carbon-carbon triple bond. So saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds, how we are going to compare? So in today's lecture we are going to see the comparison of saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. So this is our today's topic, very important topic, and we are going to understand by the different points what is the comparison points between the saturated and unsaturated compounds. So let us start what is the important discussions for this point. So we will be prepare the difference between these two important compounds, that is the saturated compounds and the unsaturated compounds. So what is the difference or comparison points between these compounds that we are going to see now. First difference in the saturated compounds, already we have discussed this point. All the four valencies of the carbon are satisfied by the single covalent bond, correct? So we can write here all the four valencies of the carbon valencies of carbon is is valencies of carbon is satisfied by satisfied by satisfied by single bond, single single covalent, we can write single covalent bond. So whatever be the valencies of the carbon is there, so that valency is satisfied by the single covalent bond, correct, because it is a saturated. Now in the unsaturated compound, the valencies of the valencies of the the valencies of the two atoms of carbon two atoms of carbon two atoms of the carbon are not fully satisfied by the hydrogens, are not fully satisfied by satisfied by hydrogen. So this is very important students, because as we know that there is a carbon carbon double or triple bond is there. So if there is a carbon carbon C double bond is there, means already two valencies are bonded with the carbon. So only two, we can add only two hydrogen here, correct? So that's why we are written in this way about the unsaturated compounds, how to write. So two, particularly valence of two atoms of the carbons are not fully satisfied by the hydrogen, means all mm, carbons require the four bond. So see, each carbon having now the bond with hydrogen is only two hydrogens in the unsaturated, means the remaining two valence is bonded with the carbon. But in this saturated case, you can see all are bonded with hydrogen, correct? So the single bonds with the hydrogens everywhere, correct? So in this case it is possible because there is a hydrogens which is the single bonded, so that's why. But in this case it is not possible, okay? So these points is very important points which differentiate between the saturated and unsaturated compound. So next difference that we are going to understand in the saturated compound, in the saturated compound. So what is the next difference? Just understand this. carbon atoms, whatever the carbon atoms are there, it is joined only by a single covalent bond. This is very important. So let us see, carbon atom is there, so single bond is there. All the carbon atoms, whatever the carbon atoms is there, they are joined by single covalent bond. You can see here, single covalent bond. Okay, so what is the meaning of single covalent bond? You know that covalent bond means what? The bond which is formed by the sharing of electrons. So single covalent bond. So you know that carbons having the valency 4, correct? So each carbon having the valency 4. So you can see here, each carbon is having the 4 electrons in there, and remaining is going to share by the hydrogens. So hydrogen is also having one electron. So each hydrogens combines with the carbon, so there is a combinations, means sharing of electrons will be takes place. So hydrogen complete the duplet and carbon complete its octet. So in this way there is a formation of single covalent bond. So this is the part. While in the unsaturated compound, in the unsaturated compound, this is very important, huh? So in the unsaturated compounds, carbon atoms are joined by double covalent bonds. Okay, so let us see. So if you are going to take this example, I am going to write here hydrogen, hydrogen. So each carbon is having the double, correct? So carbon atoms are joined by the double covalent bond, correct? So there is the double covalent bond. Suppose there is a triple bond is there between two carbons, so it is bonded with the triple covalent bond, correct? So in this way, one line means one bond, two lines means two. So simple. Here three lines means three lines indicates that triple covalent bond, simple. And here single line means single covalent bond, that is the identification mark of the saturated and unsaturated compound. Another very important difference that we are going to discuss, students, this is the second difference we have studied. Now third difference is there, and that is very important difference. These saturated compounds are less reactive, so we can write they are less reactive, while unsaturated compounds, it is alkene or alkyne, are more reactive. Okay, more reactive. Now definitely the questions will be there in front of you, that why it is more reactive? Because they are having double or triple covalent bond, correct? So the presence of electrons in the double or triple covalent bonds is there, and that's why they are showing the more reactions with respect to saturated compound. So this is also one important difference or comparison points, we can say. Another one comparison points is there, that also I will be highlight you here, saturated compounds, that you have to keep in your mind. So number fourth point, saturated compound shows saturated compound shows the substitution type of reaction, substitution type of a reaction, type of reaction. So what is the substitution type of reaction, that we are going to discuss in the next chapter of alkane, how the alkane shows the substitution type of reaction. Just I am going to tell you, substitution means there is the replacement. Okay, so replacements of one hydrogens with another group. So in this way the substitution type of reactions saturated compound shows. while in the unsaturated while in the unsaturated compound, they shows the additional type of reactions. Keep in your mind, addition type of reactions. So addition type of reaction. So as they are having double or triple bond, so they shows the addition type of reactions. So unsaturated compound shows the addition type of reactions. So these are the important points, important discussions about the saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds. So you have to keep in your mind these all the important discussions whatever we are done in today's lecture. I hope so whatever before important points we are discussed regarding the saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds, this in this way you can easily compare between the saturated and unsaturated compounds. So thank you all of you.